Welcome to the Pen Musical app. This app is designed to be a new musical instrument in the sense that you can create music in a cool way, just like an orchestra. The app works with the S Pen, which is the pen that comes with the Galaxy Note series. Once you have the pen detached, you will be able to create music like this. So there are 8 different angles you can flick the pen to. The phone listens to the pen and then it listens to the angles you flick the pen to. So when you flick the pen up, the phone will play the sound that is allocated to that particular angle. When you flick the pen down, the phone will play the sound that is allocated to that particular angle. So like this, you can actually compose a sound because you have 8 different angles that you can allocate as many sounds as you want. In this particular example here, we have do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, which is enough to create songs. So the angles don't always have to be 4. Sometimes they can be, hold on, let me delete this. The angles don't always have to be 8. Sometimes they can be 4, just like this one. And when they are 4 like this, they are easier to actually, hit. And you can also have them in this cross format as well. You can customize it basically. So now let me show you how to create your own chords. Click the plus button. So you have a full piano set that you can allocate to the 8 angles. I love do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, so I'm gonna do that for now. I'm gonna put do over here. So like this, you can allocate all the other angles whichever place you want. And now here is the cool part. The angles don't have to have just one note. You can actually allocate multiple notes to the same angle. In music, we call it chords. Oh, I already added that note, so I'm going to add a different one. And you can click them to preview the sound. So once you're done, you rename it. I'm going to call this coolest. And then click save. So now that it's saved, you can click it to play the notes you've allocated to those angles. Now, there is another aspect of this app called drum sequences. Drum sequences is basically drums. Instead of flicking to the angles to play piano notes, in this particular case, you are flicking to play drums. So the drums are basically pre-made drum sequences. Let me show you how this works. So when you flick to this angle, see that particular drum sequence allocated to that angle plays. You can have a maximum of 8 angles. You can have a maximum of 8 angles where you can allocate drum sequences to. So let me show you how to create a drum sequence. Click the plus button. So you have all these drum sequences, and now you can allocate each of them to a particular angle in the pie. I'm going to use this one over here. Okay, I like it like this. So, but I want to show you as well how to create your own drum sequence. So before I save this sequence pie, let me show you how to create a drum sequence. You see, so you have this full drum pad. You can click the pads. Customize it. Press play. Yeah, that sounds good. So you click save. Now you can actually allocate that particular drum set to an angle. So after that, you rename it. I'm going to call this Young. Yeah, just a random name. I'm going to call this Young. Okay. Now, before I leave this screen, there is one more thing I'm going to show you. This button down here refreshes the sound system. So sometimes in this app, the sound system might stop working. So just click the refresh button on the screen to reactivate the sound system again. So I'm going to click save. So now here is the drum sequence pie I just created. I can now click it to play. See that? So I flick the pen to the angles. See that? Now you can have this playing in sync with the chords. So I can actually switch to a chord and play while the drum still plays in the background. At any time, if you want to pause the drums that are playing, just click the pen button. The pen, that is the button on the S pen. If you click it, the sound will stop. If you click it, the sound will stop. Now there is one more thing I would like to show you, which is this app can actually play, you can actually DJ to a song you already have on your device. So let me show you. I have this song. I'll just press play. And automatically this pink visualizer would start reflecting the sounds. And then you can play your favorite chord. You see that? And you can also drum to it.
Audio Jungle.
So, lastly, I'm going to show you what the rest of the buttons do. This button up here, this is to refresh the pen when the pen is not automatically connected. Clicking that will refresh the pen, or it also fixes the pen when the pen seems when the pen's calibration is not in check, like when you flick to a particular angle and it seems like the angle is not correct. Clicking that button would fix it. Also, this button here gives you access to tutorials like this one you're watching now. Clicking this button will give you access to all the tutorials for this app. And lastly, I want you to show off this app to your friends, show it off. And you can also hide the device. The device doesn't have to be in front of you. You can hide the device and flick the pen in the air, and the sounds will still play, and it will look like you're doing some kind of magic to your friends. So show this off to your friends and have fun.